Hello and welcome to our wedding day.
That's right.
That's right. We want to thank you guys for tuning in with us. We know that we would prefer to have you in person, but I mean, this is even better, right?
Oh, I'm not good at this. Cut.
In it. All you gotta do is just talk. It's like hosting.
I'm not a hoster. Is that even a word?
Lord, all you have to do is just say hello to all the people.
Okay. All right. Start over.
All right. All right. Welcome to the Orr Wedding. We're so glad that you guys are tuning in with us. Tell the people hi, babe.
What's up? Thank you guys for coming, tuning in. Wish you were here.
Yes, we wish that you could be live and in person for the wedding, but I actually think that you guys have a better seat exactly where you are. You probably didn't have to get dressed.
It's not a better seat. I mean, being there in person, seeing me come down the aisle.
They're going to see you come down the aisle.
Then they'll get the chance to see you.
They're going to get to see me too.
It's not a better seat though. It's just
but it's still a good seat.
We had to make accommodations due to, circumstances.
Well,
but it's always better to be in the place.
It is. But you'll be there.
Yeah.
Be a live
just
stream.
Not there.
Oh my gosh. Well, anyways, we just wanted to say welcome.
Welcome.
We want to thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Shout out to everybody who's been showing us love.
Shout out.
We feel the love.
I see you, Greg.
Oh my gosh.
Kyle, Corey, what's up?
If you're shouting out your friends, what's up, Alyssa? Constant.
They don't like you like that.
My aunties and them, Valerie, Lenore, Mama Rhonda. You shouting out people. I want to shout out people.
Okay, cool. I got a whole bunch of people I can shout out, but just
We're going to do some thank yous later, but we actually want to jump into these questions. I think that everybody who's tuning in either knows you or they know me, but I don't know if they know about us together.
Yeah.
So we're going to jump into these questions. Stay tuned right there. All right, so we're going to jump into these questions.
Wait. I forgot some shout outs. Hey, shout out to
gosh.
Joe, Mark, Kurt, and everybody else I forgot.
You said
family, friends. Oh, yeah, man. Wish I was here, man.
You know what? Since he's doing all of that, since he's shouting people out, we want to feel the love in the chat, right? I want you to find the chat box on YouTube since Emmett is making all this noise about all his people.
All my people.
And it's S and E today. That's what it's about. But we want to know if you are S, if you team S, that mean me, or if you are team E.
Hey, the best there is.
Oh
man.
my gosh.
Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you last.
So I want you guys to hop in the chat right now because even though we are getting ready to walk down the aisle, I'm definitely in these comments and in this chat. So I don't know what he doing. What?
Huh?
But I'm in there. So I need to know who is team S and who is team E. Just pop it in the chat. Just kick it with us. Let us know who you vibing with, whose side you are technically from, and who you showing the most love to.
That's right.
So.
And don't be creating no fake username and fake pages to try to give yourself
I don't have time for that.
more love than me. Because I got a lot of people who love us both equally, But at the end, the result's going to show a little bit more on the east side.
Whatever.
The S side.
I feel like people who started on the east side is on the S side now.
I mean, hey.
Anyways, let's hop into these questions. I know that, like we said, there's some people that are team you and me, but today it's team what?
It's team Orr.
It's team Orr. It's
Orr.
us or else.
Us
so,
or else. Oops.
First question.
Us or else. Hashtag.
Hashtag us or else. So let's jump into this. First question. Question number 1. All right. So question number 1 is, so how did we meet? How did we meet? I'm sure you remember. I remember the day. Do you remember the date that we met?
I don't remember the date. I just remember we met at work as co-workers.
Okay.
And that's how our journey began.
What do you remember about like the first moment that you saw me?
I remember you're supposed to work on my team and I saw you in the hallway on your first day and you just walked right past me. And normally when you start in a new organization or corporation,
I didn't know that was you.
Do research on who your team working for, the person you're working for, and kind of putting a name with a face, LinkedIn, social media.
You probably weren't even on LinkedIn back then.
I was.
Were you?
I was.
Okay.
So anyway, that's just common practice.
First of all,
I guess common sense ain't common.
I would like to say.
So she came in and I said, "Hey, how you doing?" She said, "Hi." It kept on bouncing to HR. I'm like, okay.
In my defense, I was late getting back to what is it? Orientation. It was my first day of work. I remember the date because it was my first day. And I look at it often, like when you...
Was it August?
Into the system. It was August 21st, 2014.
Okay.
And I remember going to orientation and they let us out for lunch. And I came back and you were standing in the hallway at checkpoint.
Right.
At security. And you did. You were like, hey, how are you? Da 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 da. And I was like, I'm good. And I kept it moving because I was late.
Right.
I was late.
Right. And then when Human Resources brought her around to meet me officially, because she's working on my team,
right.
You could tell on her face, it was just like, oh
I
my
knew
gosh.
I messed up.
Oh my
When
gosh.
they opened the door and I saw him, I was like, oh. To my defense, online, the person who was over operations at the time, shout out to Kurt Newton, he was still on the website. So I was looking for a tall African guy.
He is Trinidadian.
Either way, I didn't know that you were who you were. I interviewed on what was that? Zoom, so I didn't even know.
Maybe Skype. I don't think Zoom around there.
But either way, to my defense, the day that we met was August 21st,
Right.
2014.
Right.
And I think that's all I have to say about that day.
Yeah. That was just the day we met.
That was the day we met.
Now you translate a few years later, then we started to become friends and dating. And
So
all
let me
that
tell y'all this. I don't know how deep we supposed to be going on this pre-show, but Emmett tried to hook me up with his friends. Okay, we were friends. We became friends, and then he tried to hook me up with his friend. How did you end up dating me when you tried to hook me up with your friend? That's messed up. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
I do. I remember she came into my office one day, and I was like, "Well, what's something about you that's interesting that nobody knows?" And she's like, "Oh, I can rap."
That's not how that
And I was
went.
like, "What?"
That's
She's
not
like,
how
"Yeah, I
that
can
went.
rap." I said, "So let's rap." She was like, "Okay, give me a beat." And I was, gave her a beat. She was like, "Okay." And she did a 16 bar. I was like,
did.
"Wow, I was impressed."
You know, it put me on the spot. I come from radio world. I could do whatever.
Hey, right now,
Live.
Sweet 16. Come on, let's go.
Sweet 16 bars?
16 bars.
I need give me a beat. But you can't don't hit the table. Can you beatbox? Just a little quick. But I think I could do it. Okay. It's Orr else and this is our day.
You know our last name. You said what?
This or else and this is our day.
Or else?
Yes.
It's us or else.
This my rap.
So that's what happened the first time she rapped. It was like.
Anyways, let's go to question number 2.
The next question is talking about our first date. Where was it? When was it? And how was it?
Do you even remember?
I don't know where it was or when it was.
Or how it was.
But obviously it went well because we're now standing here today getting married in a few hours.
Oh my gosh.
Or minutes.
How do you not? Okay, so in the chat, to all the people that are in the chat right now, I want you to drop where you thought our first date was.
You know what? It may have been at Top Golf.
It was not.
No, it was, okay.
I guess,
that was our first.
Official.
So I'm right and you're wrong.
No. That doesn't count. That wasn't our first date though. So if you're in the chat.
So wait. So there's an unofficial first date and then an official first date?
The first date is the first time that you took me on the date. The first time, a date is when you go to a woman's house and you pick her up and you take her somewhere and you pay for it.
Okay, cool. Well, obviously I forgot, so you enlightened me.
Okay, so our first date, I hope there's enough people who put it in the chat. Let's see if any of you guys got this correctly. Our first date was actually to a Hawks game. It was.
Oh, I got them tickets from Charles. Shout out to Charles. Thank you. I remember that.
That was our
That was
first
back when
official date.
LeBron was playing, right?
I don't remember.
LeBron was playing for Cleveland, and my mentor, my friend Charles Red, gave us some Hawks tickets because he couldn't make it, and then we went and we saw LeBron play.
Yes, I remember that. That was our first official
Wow.
date.
I would have been so wrong.
You were.
If you gave me 10 guesses, I never would have put that on there.
I'm glad. So yeah.
But obviously it was a good date
It was okay.
because we're here now. So
It was alright. We're just gonna leave it at that. Shout out to anybody who got that right. I doubt it was anyone because you didn't even get it. So.
I didn't know that.
All right, on to question number 3. All right, so question number 3 is our engagement story. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how many people who are tuning in know where we got engaged or the date that we got engaged, but if you do, please throw it in the chat. And while they're throwing that in the chat, I guess the question I'll ask to that question is, how did you feel the day that you proposed?
So it's an interesting story, right? So when I knew I was going to propose, I had bought the ring and I had like 10 different ideas in my mind. And of course I was going to do a helicopter ride in the middle of December. It was going to be too cold. I looked at a bunch of venues and spending a bunch of money just to have a nice, engagement party all in one.
That's pre-COVID when people was outside.
Correct. Pre-COVID. And so I ended up choosing, what is that restaurant?
That's messed
The Sundial. The Sundial.
Because you proposed there.
The Sundial. It's a nice restaurant in Atlanta. It used to spin, but for other reasons it stopped. And I remember the day before I was going to propose to her, I did a dry run to the hotel. Went up to the the top floor.
Hotel.
Yes, the Sundial's at the Westin downtown.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I'm doing a dry run, make sure everything's perfect. Looking at where we're going to be sitting at. Did a walkthrough. And
I don't think that this is pertinent to the story.
It is pertinent. And she called me in like typical women's fashion. She's going off.
Ladies, you can't say that to a bunch of people.
Hold on, bro. You asked
there are women in the chat who support me.
And it's a bunch of men who understand and feel my pain. For all my guys who are in relationships, who've been in relationships, when your woman just call you and start going off about nothing, like arguing about nothing, and then you argue. And she just went in. She's arguing about nothing. And it made me to the point where I was like, you know what? I ain't doing it. So I called Sherrod. I said, I'm done. I ain't doing this no more. I'm taking the ring back. And of course, that was my go-to person. I said, man, what happened?
Why?
And
this is our wedding day.
Well, exactly. They didn't know. We almost ain't make it. And so, she just called me arguing about something, accusing me of something. I'm just like, what is going on? And then we didn't talk to each other the rest of the day at all. Going into the next day that I proposed, I think we didn't talk. Because
one thing about me is if I'm mad, I'm not calling first.
And I'm the same way. I don't care. It is what it is, right? So we didn't talk the rest of the night. We didn't talk the rest of the day. I think it was like 4:00. She texted me, "Hey,
No.
Hey,
That's not what happened.
Fellas, when a woman does that,
that's not what happened.
They messed up, and they're trying to come back real soft, like
ladies,
saying, "Hey,
don't listen to him. That's not what happened.
What you doing? How are you?
That's not what happened.
It was.
That's not. I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened.
It wasn't no, apology or nothing. It was like, hey,
I didn't do nothing
how are
wrong.
You? What are you doing? So you ain't gonna talk to me all day? And so I was like, you know what? Cool.
That's not what you said.
I don't remember what I said.
If you want to tell the people the truth.
So anyway,
you want to know what he said? No. Let me tell the people what he said. Emmett said, "You hungry?" Ain't that what you said?
You know what? You're right, because no matter how mad your woman is, she always gonna want to eat. So guess what she said? Yes. And so I said, well, get dressed, meet me at my house, wear something nice, and we're gonna go to dinner. So she came to my house, she got dressed. She said, what should I wear? I said, just something nice. It's our last date night of the year. Because what we do is we have a date night every week, and one of us are responsible. We alternate each week. So I said, hey, this is my last date night. We're going with a bang, with some really nice, dress up nice.
Yeah.
And so what I did was, how I proposed was I had this custom book made with basically with her picture and my picture in a caricature form. There's all of our memories of how we first met and all of our journey leading up to engagement. And so we had dinner, and towards the end of dinner, I slid this book in front of her, and she didn't know what to expect. So she's reading it out loud.
But the catch was, this is not the first time Emmett has given me a custom book of like stories or stuff. Because you made another one with Zoe in it.
So I made the book with her thinking of something nice, but not knowing what's coming. So
I thought it was an apology for what he did the day before.
I didn't do nothing. You should have been apologizing to me.
That's neither here nor
there. But anyway, So at the end of the book, I basically asked her to marry me in so many words about. I don't remember what the message said. It was a nice little message on the page, on the last page.
Yeah.
And then I got the ring. Asked would she marry me, and it was a great night. And to the point where it was four older ladies behind us. When I say older, I say maybe between 50 and
no, they were in their 60s.
55 to 68. And so he was like, "Oh my gosh, you got married!"
How is that the window that you choose?
Right. So they asked us to come over. We came over. They saw the ring. They said, "Oh, you guys are a nice couple." Da da da. So one lady, she was like, "Well, how long y'all been together?" I said, "Well, 2 years. This will be 3 years. Well, 2 years."
I mean, on and off. There you go.
Yeah, about 3 years. And she was like, "Well, I've been with my man Charles for about 6 years."
How you remember his name?
And I'm gonna call Charles right now because Charles ain't gave me no ring yet. And she literally called Charles. "Charles, I'm sitting here at dinner, and this nice young couple behind me got married. When you gonna propose to me? If we ain't getting married by the end of the year, then I'm done."
I wonder where she's at right now.
I don't know, but it made me.
I wonder if they're still together. So the final tee about this whole engagement story is, so he proposed. I said yes. I was in shock and awe, of course, and super excited.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things, the night that we got engaged, Emmett proposed, but he hadn't gotten down on one knee. And so I was like, I really just wish that when you proposed, you would have been on one knee.
That was my intentions, but everything kind of flowed.
It was just happening so quickly.
I ain't never been engaged before.
So he
and
was,
I ain't never proposed to anybody before. So I'm just like, my intention was to give her the book, let her see the book. She started tearing up a little bit. I get out my seat, go propose. And before I knew it, like my brain had pushed the ring.
He just started talking, and it was there.
All the guys can relate. At that moment you're proposing to your fiance. It's like your heart is racing, your mind is.
He cried,
and you didn't. How I'm gonna propose and she don't cry?
Well, I say all that to say he ended up doing another proposal, and this proposal he had a photographer, and that was Reginald, and it was downtown or we were somewhere.
It's downtown.
And they had a whole little thing, and I turned around and Emmett's like on his knee proposing, and I cried like it had never, like he hadn't even proposed initially. So I got
like a baby.
I had a re-proposal.
But not me. I was solid.
That's because you had already cried.
Got it out my system
At the first one. So I got 2 engagements within a week. So that was nice.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's our engagement story.
So I haven't seen your dress. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, from all the weddings I've seen on TV and weddings I've been to, it's always been like this nice long dress. So you're very eclectic. So I'm kind of nervous. You may not come down in a white dress. You may come down in a blue dress.
How eclectic do you think I'm going to be on my wedding day?
Eclectic. Sade would just throw on like 4 different colors that don't match and then somehow make it work. She's always been that way. So with your dress.
It's a DC thing. Shout out to everybody in the DMV.
It ain't no DC thing.
Yes, it
It's
is.
a Sade thing.
Whatever.
Okay, so
it works for me.
With your dress, without seeing it, without giving me details, how can you describe it without giving it away to me? How can you describe it to the viewers before they see it?
It is Oh, first off, I just want to throw this out there because people have been asking this. So the promo video for our wedding is not my wedding dress, because a lot of people thought that. A lot of people were like, "Oh my God, your dress is so gorgeous." Thank you to everybody.
And my apologies. I needed a haircut. My barber was out of commission, and I ain't had no haircut in like 6 weeks.
Nobody.
I look rough.
Nobody knew.
Yeah, you. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway. That dress, my mom actually bought me 2 dresses because we were going to have a reception and then COVID, so we didn't. But it was like, somebody going to see this dress because she bought it. So I actually wore that dress, the second dress, for the promo video that we did for the wedding. That's on our YouTube page. But the dress that I am getting married in is classy. It has all of the things. So you have tulle, you have beading, you have pearls, you have crystals, you have lace. It's all of the things. So it's classy but elegant.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I zoned out. I was thinking about your dress and then elegant. But I'm gonna be fresh though. She pushed me out my comfort zone. So anybody who knows me. I'm very simplistic, classic, James Bond,
black,
sleek.
navy.
Right.
That's it.
So she was like, "Hey, well, our wedding colors are hunter green, black."
Don't tell them what your tux looks like just yet.
Hunter green, black, champagne, white. So anyway,
yeah.
My tux isn't the traditional tux. It's a custom tux.
Shout out to
Juwan Mass who did our tuxedos.
Yeah.
And it's good to note that we supported black businesses from our tuxedo to our videographer to our photographer,
all of our vendors,
to our food vendor, to our cake vendor.
Yeah, so shout out to all of our vendors.
Yeah, shout out to all our vendors.
Yeah, so shout out to June Marie. So I do have an outfit change that's going to happen at some point today, and she did a whole custom suit and train situation. So hopefully,
and a major shout out to Teresa Dones, who has been a godsend angel from
World Changers Church,
helping us do everything from A to Z.
Yeah,
her and Felicia have been awesome and teaching us about everything we don't know and showing us things that we do need to know, and they have been there to make this whole process easy.
Yeah,
so we love you, Teresa, and thank you so much for all of you have done for us.
Yes.
Shout out to Perry. Shout out to Kofi.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Jay.
Oh my God.
Creasa, Ramaya, Lil Ricky.
We don't do that over here.
I gotta shout out my people, man.
All of that is, you're doing a lot. All right, so I mean, I think we've answered all the questions.
Yeah.
You gave way too many shout outs.
I ain't done yet, but
shout out to the Presleys. All of the Presleys who are tuning in. Deontay, everybody from back home, my mentor Keita, everybody who's tuned in, Denny, yes, all of the people.
What's up, man?
My Aunt Cheryl, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in and for streaming live. But we gotta hurry up because we have a whole wedding to get to.
Sure.
So I mean, I think if anything, this is amazing because we were planning to have like 250, 300 people in person.
Right.
And our wedding will now be literally like 50 people.
50 people. Which is our immediate family for the most part in our bridal party.
Yeah. So the crazy thing is, I remember there was a particular friend of ours, a very good friend actually, who called us and he was very upset. He was just like, "How I get uninvited to the wedding?" I just want to say, Candace, you were not uninvited.
Yeah. So the change of plans wasn't an uninvitation.
It was a different invite.
It was a, hey, COVID hit and it ain't getting better and black folks ain't taking the vaccine.
Ooh.
So let's go ahead and just still get married and just be able to stream it to our family and friends and loved ones. And then the people who are in person are mothers and fathers and grandmothers and bridal party.
Yeah.
And we wish you could be there.
Yes.
But we did pay to make sure we had a streaming company so you can hear us and see us.
Why you had to talk about paying for something?
Because most people don't do that. Some people just,
they just do whatever.
They just like set up a camera and then type, FaceTime. Like, we want to make sure you have a good experience.
All right. Well, I just want to say that I love you all. The journey to the altar for us has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Even with COVID, we have felt the love and the support from so many friends and family and coworkers. From our original bridal party, we cut our bridal party due to COVID. So to Ayana, Denisa, Lauren, Felicia, who aren't going to be up there with me today, I love you all so much. Thank you guys for showing up for me in a way that I could not imagine. And thank you to my parents, Kirk and Vanessa Presley, because y'all showed up for your girl. Thank you for all of the coins to make all of this possible.
Yes, thank you, future mother and father-in-law, for all of your support in this journey.
Yes. All right, now we're going to count down. Let's count down. Okay. You ready? You ready?
Are you ready?
We fit to get married.
You about to miss a handshake though.
I'm not. I'm a little nervous, I think.
I'm not. I'm about to be cute.
10.
I'm about to be fresh.
9.
Give me
8.
Fresh.
7. 6.
Zoom in on the shoes.
5. 4. Give me some numbers.
3,
2,
1.